No, I mean, and I must confess, in fact, when I started in half jest and half seriousness, I said Hindus are second-class citizens of this country. Then next week it became third-class citizens. Then a month later it became fourth class. So about the Waqf, I didn't know about this thing about the draconian nature of this act, and the fact that it was under PV Narasimha Rao that this act was passed. And very recently, Manishankar Iyer said that PV Narasimha Rao was the first prime minister from the BJP. His remark was that he was a Hindutva guy and all that. Well, I don't know whether Manishankar is right or wrong, or whether BJP would have passed the two most barbaric acts, anti-Hindu barbaric acts during its rule, one being the Waqf Act and the other being the Places of Worship Act. So was it tongue-in-cheek that Manishankar actually meant? But he didn't. He meant the other way. He actually genuinely felt that Narasimha Rao was pro-Hindu, pro-Hindutva. Well, no pro-Hindu, pro-Hindutva guy worth his or her salt would ever pass these two draconian barbaric acts that I talk about, Waqf as well as Places of Worship Act. And talking of Waqf, I mean, I give verbatim, I quote from the Waqf Act because, when things are so crystal clear, sometimes there's no point elaborating on those paragraphs itself. So just reading the clauses of the Waqf Act just makes your blood boil. I mean, it's just these things, and I say, don't even happen in Islamic nations. And you have, for 70 years, and I give the origins of the Waqf Act, and it was basically the Britishers, they wanted to placate after 1857. So, and one thing led to another, and 70% or 77% of Delhi is under Waqf Act. And once you put something in it's still perpetuity. You can't, it is Allah's decision. So you can't do anything. And in the dying days of the UPA, they actually gave back 123 properties that I think very recently the Modi government has decided to take back those. But I think, again, it's hearsay. I don't see anything in concrete. It's great if they have, but, that case is still going on. But the fact of the matter is, it is more, you see, the damage of any law, Ravi and Vidya, is part legal, but to a common man, more than it being legal, it is psychological. Because law is supreme. You can't battle a law, or you shouldn't. People who battle law overwhelmingly lose because that's the law of the land. I mean, the justice will be meted out in accordance to the law. So by psychological, I mean, if anybody were to read the Waqf Act, you would instantly cover. You would say, look, well, this is written in stone. I dare not protest. Let me, if not follow this, I am prepared to follow any measure that the people who are in charge of Waqf take against my land, my property. And here they can call a commissioner to do a survey. The onus is on you. You are guilty. A temple in Tamil Nadu, which is 1500 years old, was recently said to be on Waqf land, Islamic land. Islam is only 1300 years. How on earth is it possible that a temple that predates Islam is now supposed to be on Islamic land? It's so bizarre. But such things go on. And, and Vishnu has done some remarkable work on this. There is a case that he has lodged, and I hope he wins. He and his father, they've done such human service for Hindus. I tell you, it's remarkable. But something has to happen in this. I mean, and, luckily, not only was the hammer of the Waqf Act worse enough, and I talk about and I give instances, quote from letters of Indira Gandhi, that kind of, ascertained the finality of the Waqf and gave strength to the people who believed in Waqf. But in the dying days of the UPA, they wanted to bring another bill. This was regarding the encroachments and demolition that, would take place once the Waqf decided that this property is on Waqf land. It's just crazy. These things don't happen in dictatorships, So the kind of pulling wool over the eyes of Hindus is so nuanced that I did not know about this Waqf Act. I'll be very honest with you. 6-7 months ago, or a year ago, I had no idea that this act even existed. Then I heard Vishnu in one of those his speeches, and another one, 3 or 4 other people, his father. Then I read about this. I think it's one of the scariest chapters in this, because this is the chapter where I've talked or given opinion minimum, because I just let the reader soak in the clauses, and it's just, it really is, it's scary. There's no other word for it. It's just scary.